Hi, everybody.
Hey.
Wrong camera. There we go.
Oh, my God. Hey, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to TFT, Tarot for Today's Happy Hour with
Mr. O.
and me, Banshee. Welcome to the show.
And you guys are a riot in the chat room. And I was so proud of myself because Sonny was sitting right here in front of me and he was very calm. And I said, I'll move the camera and we'll open with the shot of Sonny.
And what happened?
Then he gets up and moves.
He wanders off. He's eating right now. So he'll be back, rest assured. Rest assured. So I hope everybody is doing well. Oh, Laura, good to see you today at Happy
Hi, Laura.
Hour. All right.
And also, Haiti.
Oh, Haiti. Hey, good to see you as well, Haiti.
Full house.
For our Happy
I see
Hour.
Violet Ann. I see Violet Lotus.
My goodness.
Kara.
Oh, gosh, we're going to have to get rolling. Just want to say, though, we're celebrating this season thanks to Gina, who sent us this wonderful Jardelli brownies.
Oh, my God, I'm going to die now.
Oh, my goodness. And you know what? I haven't even tried them yet.
Oh.
I saved it for Happy Hour because I knew it would make me very, very happy. They're awesome. They are awesome.
Yep.
Holy cow. And the gifts have been flooding in for the cats.
Hi, Angel.
Oh, hey, Angel Rivera. The gifts are flowing in for the cats, too. I've got some Amazon orders. And also the gifts have been flowing for me. Mr. O shakes his head as look what I found. The Mystic Martian Oracle.
Past live readings will never be the same.
Oh my gosh. You know when we get that alien card in past lives now? I think I can handle it. So just to give you an idea, here's something called the Agarthans. And they're very nice.
From Agarthanian.
Flip it around and show the back.
The backs are cool.
The backs are cool. And I wanted to show you this too. Let me grab that back, Mr. O. Look at this.
He does need to be good, but we're not sure he's going to make it.
Look at the alien green color of the card sides. It's so awesome. It's
that
really
could also
fun.
be Ghostbusters ectoplasm green.
And actually, the book looks pretty good. It's got upright reversed interpretations and some information on, the images. There's also things like crop circles in here and stuff like that. So I'm going to have some fun with this one. The Mystic Martian Oracle. What a hoot.
Death to the Rigelians.
I'm
Unless
very much into
brownies.
the paranormal. I'm going to have to take a picture of this and show it to Victoria Monday on Twitter.
Yeah, it's pretty unique, all right.
Who does the Edge of the Rabbit Hole
So
with all
let's
the
do
paranormals.
our reading and get going here.
Let's do it. We got a huge list today, so we're getting rolling. Even with one card, this will be a challenge. All right. So I'm using, again, the Good Tarot for our Oracle reading because it just seemed so good last time. Why not? And I'm going to let Mr. O pick one of these thick cards out of the deck.
Hello, Sonny. Your second chance to be good.
Mr. O is letting you up by him today. He felt bad about yelling at you last time.
I did.
So, and there he is. There's your chance to get him on. Oh, he is giving a butt shot to everybody. Wonderful. Wonderful for Happy Hour. All right. What you got there, Mr. O?
10 of fire, 10 of wands.
10 of wands. Well, that'll be interesting to see what Clip Aaron Reed says about the 10 of fire.
Now, they're all telling you, Violet Lotus and everyone are telling you, be good, or no gifts from Sandy Paws.
Oh, my goodness, they have some kooky stuff coming, let me tell you. All right. Graceful. Oh, wait, I'm at 10 of air. That is not what it is. Don't mess the camera. Don't do it.
We saw that. We saw that, Sonny.
10 of fire. Burning away. Releasing the excess. Endings clear way for beginnings. I may be overcommitted and have taken on too many burdens. In this moment, I do the work of decluttering my life. All that I release will take new form and serve the greater whole. But I no longer need to hold on to it simply because it once seemed to have value for me. I thank it for what it did for me, but say goodbye to the emotions, relationships, and situations that I realize do not belong in my life anymore. But the good message here is these things were something of value at one time. But sometimes we hold on to things just too long. And so there's no recriminations, there's no regrets, there's just a letting go and being grateful for the experience received from it. What would you say, Mr. O?
I agree. I've mostly been paying attention to him,
Yes,
so
I know.
wasn't quite paying attention to you.
Okay, then. I see this is going to work really well.
I think we have to
Sunny
move the
Bayou.
brownies away from the set because people are lusting for them. Well, somebody.
She also sent us some of her wonderful bark. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Well, bad time for me. Hey, what are you doing? Mr. O, why don't you start shuffling the deck this time while I get him to settle down? Settle down, son.
And we're on Angel Mary.
We are on Angel Mary.
All right.
And then Acel is next. Libra Cusp, Lena, Mama T, Kara, Violet Lotus, Deep Shaika, Mohaha, Violet Ann, good to see you again, Laura, Haiti, and Angel Rivera. I got you, Sonny. I got you. You know, I could end up, if he keeps this up, I could.
Sonny, they're rooting for you. Violet Lotus is personally rooting for you to be good. Kara, what do you know? Are you the Secret Santa for Sonny, maybe?
Uh-oh. Hey.
You didn't shuffle.
Oh, and you cut them.
Should we go with it?
We should go with it. There's always a reason these things happen. And I see I didn't take my 10 of fire down. There's no reason for that.
My bad that I cut them without realizing you had
But
shuffled.
let's see what it is. I think we should go for it. Oh, it's the Two of Swords. We've had a lot, and even online, people have been commenting how many twos have been coming up lately. And I really think that this is saying that it is a time for balance. It's a time for, stepping back and trying to assess things, plan, strategize. The Two of Swords right now is telling you, Angel Mary, that this is a time to focus on, making your mind up about something, making a decision. Spirit says, don't sweat it right now. You don't have to act now. But this is the time to really start thinking about things and making solid decisions for yourself.
Well, I think I have two minds about the Two of Swords.
I know.
I could feel that the Two of Swords is saying that now's not the time to make a decision. Now's the time to consider your choices or the information you have. But the other side of that could be saying maybe you just need to wait until you have more information or you have something more to work with. So it's sort of like a standing in place with the idea that something is yet to come and it's probably important enough for you to pay attention to. Spirit wants you to kind of relax in this moment and be ready for the message that maybe is yet to come.
The light in the background's a snowman with all kinds of little glitter swirling around it. If it's too bright, sorry, but I think it's okay. Violet likes it, Violet Ann. Thank you.
I'm going to lift it up to show it to the other camera so you can see it's more likely a globe. But I
it's
think
like a snow globe.
There's a lot of bright glare coming from some of that, but I like it.
Yeah.
I
just put it there today because I wanted my fire going back here. But anyway, so this is decision time, but not. It's just a time to chill and assess and focus on what's most important to you and make your mind up about what's next. All right.
Indeed. And sorry about all that rain there, Mama T.
What was that?
She's got a lot of rain and her dog wants to go for a walk.
We were
Not
supposed to get up to 1 to 2 inches of snow today. It's only been rain so far. I think it's just it's in the 30s, but it's still too warm on the ground for the snow to stick.
I like the snow globe, and I would sure like to see yours, Kara, sometime, so maybe you can post a picture somewhere. You're welcome, Angel Mary.
All right. Well, hey, you. I need my arm. I do. That's why I can't shuffle.
So
You
that
sit
means
right
a cell is next.
A cell is next, and then Libra Cusp, Lena, Mama T, Kara, Violet Lotus, Deep Shaika, Mohaha, Violet Ann, Laura, Haiti, and Angel Rivera.
I'm going to have a little bit more of the brownie.
Well, that's fine. Are you just picking at each one?
Yeah, I figure what's yours is mine, and my germs are your germs. And
Well, as long as I get some of one, I'm good. All right. We're going to have brownie wars over here, but not at happy hour.
too much information in the chat room on the pea pads thing.
Pea pads?
Too much information.
What was that?
No, I'm teasing. Mama T said there
Oh,
because she wants
the
to,
pea pads.
she needs to walk the dog.
Yeah, we could talk about that. We actually use one by our litter box because of a cat
Spills.
who doesn't quite get it in there sometimes. So,
Or we don't know.
yeah.
Yeah, it's not as warm as that here. It was warmer a few days ago. I think we were 60-ish, which was really nice. 2 days ago about.
Swipes a brownie. Swipes a part of one at least. This one is falling apart, but
Therefore, we must eat it quicker.
all right. Okay, so your message is the Seven of Cups, and this is a time for you, Spirit is saying, to explore limitless possibilities before you. This is a time maybe where, you should just vision the many things, like putting a bucket list together, but just really going over the things you really want to do and accomplish. Maybe, in a way, this is the perfect card to have around the new year. Because don't you think it's like about really dreaming and thinking about all the things you could accomplish in the year ahead?
Mohar, you have been at it. Don't worry, you're
Oh
at
yeah,
it.
Mohaha, you are on the list.
Mohaha. I'm sorry.
You are on the list. We'll get all. Yeah.
So, Asal, the Seven of Cups here, I think Spirit is saying it wants you to kind of relax and enjoy a tapestry of things to stir your imagination and give you more ideas of your own on the way you should go. It's not necessarily saying you have to choose now. You may soon or eventually. But Spirit, I think, is saying that there are a number of choices for you, and most of them are really right up your alley. Some are a little better than others, but they all may have their secret ups and downs. Spirit wants you to take the time to consider what those are before you actually have to make a decision.
Well, Sunny thinks they smell pretty good, Violet Lotus. So that's what we have for you, Asal. I think this is a time for visioning. Spirit is saying, you can decide later what's really practical to do, but this is a time right now to let your imagination run free and think of the possibilities. All right. Let me go over the list again, make sure everybody knows where they're at. We are now on Libra Cusp, and then Lena, Mama T, Kara, Violet Lotus, Deep Shaika, Mohaha, Violet Ann, Laura, Haiti, and Angel Rivera.
And just a reminder, this is the happy hour, so we're only pulling one card for each person. We're trying to intuit our message from Spirit or positive message for you.
Here, you can shuffle first, but make sure I shuffle this time.
Of course.
Well, Mr. O, I did bring a second plate. Clever of me, huh?
Yeah, but mine only has one on it. Or is that my plate? Oh, okay. There we go. All right, Sonny. We're not going to watch you right now. Maybe in the future, though.
And there are chocolate chips or chocolate chunks in here. She called them Ghirardelli triple chocolate fudge brownies. Or triple fudge brownies. This is triple good. No, we did not do that. We enjoy the challenge of trying to make it happy.
Yeah, I don't really know what to say. Sonny, you're getting lots of little cute comments from people. Laura and Mohaha and Kara, they all think you're adorable. And you are.
He is.
He's our best boy. He's our only boy.
That's right.
All right. Okay.
Oh, Libra cusp.
3 of Cups.
Woohoo!
So this is like another form of the party card for TFT.
It's not our TFT official party card, unofficial party
It
card.
speaks more to true emotional happiness, and it may not be exactly yours, but it's something you can share in because it's about something or someone that you really care about, and you're concerned about their happiness as well.
Also, this can be a celebratory card.
Sure.
Spirit is saying this is the holidays. Go on, have a good time. Celebrate in any way you can. I know that, of course, COVID is making things a little bit crazy again. But, there are ways that you can celebrate even on your own and make it special for yourself. But also, beyond that, seeing these people here, they're either friends, their family, their tribe. This is about finding your tribe too, and the people that, really you enjoy communicating with, spending time with, and sharing your life journey with.
Go where you're loved.
Go where you're loved, Spirit says. I like that.
And the
Spirit.
Big Dipper might spill over for you. I think that's a Big Dipper.
Well, yeah, it does look like it. It absolutely does. So, always something we find on these
You're
cards.
welcome. You're welcome, sweetie.
You are welcome. Hey, Lena, you are up. And then Mama T, Kara, Violet Lotus, Deep Shaika, Mohaha, Violet Ann, Laura Haiti, and Angel Rivera. All right, let's throw the card for Lena. I had you shuffle first, right?
Mm-hmm. He's being really good today, yes.
Oh my goodness, this has been a day of frantically writing Christmas cards and getting some of them in the mail before the mail was picked up today. And the rest just have to go out Monday, but I will be done either by the end of today or midday tomorrow writing them. I think I send out about 45 cards every year. Sometimes it's up or down depending on new people we meet, and
But we are not asking for people to exchange cards with.
Well, we do have Christmas poems we will share.
Yeah, we shared the Christmas
every
poem she
year.
writes.
Shuffle.
And this year, I helped write.
That's right. Mr. O helped me with the Yule poem this year. Not the Christmas one, but the Yule poem, because the brain just couldn't get there. So he threw some things out there. I tweaked them a little bit, and I added a last stanza to it, and it's all good. Thank you, Mr. O, for your contribution.
You're welcome.
Hey, we write haiku together sometimes, so... And we've also written a lot of chants when we've done our ritual workings, so... We have shared the load on that as well.
It's almost like we're each other's muse.
Okay, Lena, your card. Oh,
Yeah, it gets hard to keep up with that, Angel.
your card is the Hanged Man.
Ooh, this is Lena, right?
Yeah, Lena. It's interesting because that card has come up a bit. I think
Yeah.
remember in the last one when we had all the major arcana, I think it was coming up then too. Remember
It's come
the
up
happy hour?
more than once in
Yeah.
the happy hour.
So this is a card of, Spirit wants you to consider, making some sacrifices and thinking of others right now. What can you contribute to others right now in your life? Is there some charity that you could volunteer at? Is there some organization?
It was you. I was wondering if it was you, Lena.
Really? Wow. Well, I don't know what I said last time, but this time I'm getting this message that maybe this is a time, and maybe it's because of the time of year, that it's time to give back in some way. It's just make a little bit of a sacrifice and give to others. Oftentimes it's about giving knowledge or support in that respect, but maybe this is also about just sacrificing and giving something to others who may be in need right now. And I know that's not the typical thing for this card. This card is also about shifting your perspective and looking from a more broader point of view at your life.
Well,
Are you going to take it that way?
I'm just going to run between the two things you said and suggest that although Spirit says always, of course, try to be kind and good and helpful, Spirit says give back to yourself. Spirit says be connected. This is a circuit of energy. It's its own little circle in a way. Triangle, whatever you want it to be. So I think Spirit is saying is that don't give up so much without also giving up things that are good for you to help you progress, to help you feel what, your mission is. Spirit thinks you are doing your mission, but still thinks that there's work to do.
Yeah, I think you find what your Spirit is also saying, that even if it's not, what I suggested, that you will find what you seek through sacrifice of some sort, through, giving of yourself. And it's interesting he said that about the circle here, the circuit of power, because I think then what Spirit is saying is there is power in the sacrifice. There is self-empowerment here for you.
Absolutely, because a true sacrifice is always about something better happening because you were able to part with something else. Although values may have been the same, the value back from the sacrifices generally help to be better.
Well, you said it, Violet Lotus, so if it happens...
I know, I wanted to change your name to Violet Jinxie.
We'll see what happens. That's what we have for you, Lena. That's interesting that you got that twice in a row. So this card definitely has some significance for you right now.
Hang in there.
All right, so Mama T, you are up. And then Kara, Violet Lotus, Deep Shaika, Mohaha, Violet Ann, Laura,
You're welcome.
Higgy, and Angel Rivera. Is it my turn to shuffle first? I think
it is.
It is. I will just do it.
Okay, we'll try to send you something positive as you stand out there in the rain.
Oh, no.
Maybe your little one will finish up soon.
And the sunny hair is flying.
Oh, I'm glad it's on your side and not mine. It
Yes.
really bothers me sometimes. It just
Well,
so
today it
irritating
is.
around
I don't know what it is. Also, I see it's kind of getting into the cards here a little bit. Shuffle, Mr. O. Yeah, he's like dead here right now. Just laying, just chilling.
So Mr. O worked this morning from 9 o'clock our time to 2, and then beat it home to be here with you all.
Well, I slaved over envelope writing and choosing the right card for the right person and making sure I put the right poems in the right...
Yes, we don't want dear Auntie Griselda getting the solstice orgy poem.
Well, Griselda sounds
orgy.
like she would want it. You mean Auntie St. Mary or something?
Yes. Well, actually, there's an old Monkees song. If Gina was here, she'd say, oh, I remember that one. But there's an old Monkees song, the Monkees, called Auntie Griselda. And Auntie Griselda is sort of like a humbug kind of personality. She's always dour and she doesn't like whatever the young people are doing back then. Of course, now, if Monkees are nearly gone, maybe they're Auntie Griselda now.
All right.
Mickey Dolenz is still around.
What are you staring at? What are you looking at?
All right. Mama T. Mama T, you get a 2. You get the 2 of
Wow.
Pentacles.
Boy, that 2 of Pentacles is coming out so much lately. It's come out as our card of the day twice last week, upright and
Yeah, it did.
reversed. And so, and different decks, of course. And so, I get the feeling here, Mama T, like everybody else, it's a juggling act right now. Everybody's busy doing this or that. You may be finding right now you're struggling trying to keep some things together, but Spirit is saying, woohoo! Look at you being the master juggler there. You seem to have everything more under control than you have had in a while, and you feel it. You feel it. But you know, Spirit is trying to get you to not worry so much about what's next, you know. Just maintain that balance, that steadiness, and foster it. Foster it with things like taking time out to meditate, to just refresh yourself. No guilt there. Everybody needs to do that once in a while.
And I think
Yeah.
there's a sense of kinetic energy that's a little different. I mean, there's always a sense of energy, but this one's kind of weirder because it sounds like she's more in charge of the energy, moving it around, whereas in the typical one, he's just sort of trying to hold it here. She could actually wield it,
That's a
move
good
it
point.
around. And so and I see this with a lot of the Light Seer cards, that the message has a little bit more nuance there because of the interpretation from the symbols there. So I'm going to suggest that Spirit says you can balance things, but it's okay to still try to raise up more energy to put in them. That some of this is not just about balancing things. Some of this is still about extending your power forward, projecting yourself as you can, where you can, and it'll make a difference.
Wow. Good point. I hadn't even paid attention to that on this card here. It's interesting to me because also, I don't know if you noticed, Mr. O, but both, because it's a pentacle, you can barely see the pentacle symbol there on the cards. One looks more ethereal, spiritual to me
Yes.
than the other. And so what it is saying, it's showing again the balance between the material side of your life, Mama T, and the spiritual, emotional side of your life, you know? You got to make them swing in harmony. And I feel that Spirit is acknowledging you're starting to get there. You may be there already. I really feel that a lot of things have turned around for you. And for you to get the 2 of Pentacles upright like that, that's a real affirmation of that.
Kara, I went to Twitter real quick and I saw the fairy globe. It's beautiful. Here, Banshee, take a peek at that.
Oh my goodness.
Isn't it cool? That is so nice.
It's neat.
There's the other side of it.
Awesome.
Ooh.
Wow.
Very nice. Thank you for sharing that. Love it. Love it. It's very pretty.
Violet Lotus, you are up. Are we ready to see what you get? Mr. O is shuffling first. He will set the stage. Deep Shaika, you are next, and then after Violet Lotus, and then Mohaha, Violet Ann, Laura, Haiti, and Angel Rivera. Well, we'll see. You know, I was going to say something else, but I'm not going to say it now. I want to see if it's going to come out.
You know, I think a lot of us are all at the point now where pretty much nothing surprises us anymore. You know, between the cards that we pull for ourselves or the things that we see or note.
You know, for those of us who look at the world through magical eyes, you know, and like more childlike awe and wonder eyes, I mean, isn't the world just a brighter place? I mean, I just think so. We can really drive a lot out of these kinds of things that happen.
No.
No. But I was afraid at first that one of the cards you asked if we got rid of was going to show up. But no, but you got a repeat card.
You jinxed yourself. You got the Hangman. Oh, that's so crazy.
But you know,
That's crazy.
This is so interesting for you right now, Violet Lotus, because it's something you DM'd me. When you think about it here, and this is the message I want to go with for you, there you are, hand reaching down into this well, looking for signs and symbols and synchronicities. And you were looking for one today. And also, you noted some stuff the other day. And I feel that's you right now, working with spirit, working with your guides, and trying to find the message, the answers.
Spirit says this is the sacrifice you have been wanting to make. This is the sacrifice that is within your heart and soul. And it's something that you leap to with joy, perhaps, or Spirit says you should, because it really will be so fundamentally awesome. So, sorry about the thumping there.
Well, make sure the mic doesn't go out when you do that. We're probably going to have to buy a new microphone. Our cord is getting very touchy. Hi, Vanita. We're doing one card pulls today, and it's a message from Spirit. It's not really going to answer a question like that today. But we can add you to the list for a message, and we will be here tomorrow for our usual show.
It is very beautiful. I don't know what else I can say here other than the fact that I think Spirit is holding on to you.
Well, I will say something here, that there is enlightenment. Whatever you are doing is definitely bringing you to a state of enlightenment.
Woohoo.
I know. It's awesome.
Beautiful.
What a good card.
Beautiful. Like you are.
All right. Moving on. We've got Deep Shaika. Deep Shaika, you are up, and then Mohaha, Violet Ann, Laura, Haiti, Angel Rivera, and Vanita. All right.
333.
I think you shall. Oh, da da da. It's 333.
You're very welcome, Violet.
Oh,
so
you're
good
welcome.
to have you with us. All of you.
Okay, Deep Shaika, this is for you.
A positive message for Deep Shaika. Thank you for joining us. And you shuffle?
Yes. Well, anyway, we've made a major decision, and I think it's safe to say it now, but more details later. We're having, of course, a Christmas Eve show that we throw a promotion out for. Now, that Christmas Eve show is going to be a special theme, too. It's going to be the Ghost of Christmas Past, Christmas Present, and Christmas Future. You'll get a past, present, future message. So keep that in mind if you want to join us on Christmas Eve evening. And we're going to do a New Year's Eve past life show. What better time to do a past life show than New Year's Eve?
Out with the old and in with the new. Or wait a minute, out with the new and back to the old. I don't know. It's confusing.
It's typical us. So, and I have some major plans and tweaks to the past life stuff we're doing. So, you might not want to miss that program. It'll be on New Year's Eve. Time to be determined.
No, it's at 8 p.m.
On New Year's Eve?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we were talking about Christmas
No.
Eve. Whoops.
The Christmas Eve show will be at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you shuffled first, right?
Yes.
No, you did.
I think I did.
All right. All right.
Okay, Deep Shaika. The world.
Did you see that?
Did
you see that?
Faster than lightning.
Faster than a speeding bullet, that Sunday.
Then the speed, and then he's looking at me like, did I do good? Well, you didn't knock a camera over this time.
Look at that world. Oh my goodness, Deep Shaika, that is a beautiful card. That means Spirit is acknowledging that maybe some cycle or thing has completed in your life, or you're very close to completing something. Whether it's a project, a goal, maybe a relationship is going to the next level. Whatever the case may be, maybe it's something concerning family even. Maybe some milestone has been reached. Spirit is acknowledging a job well done and that it won't stop there. In other words, it's setting the stage for a new cycle to begin. As a matter of fact, this is a wonderful card to get again at the end of the year because we are ending a cycle. And so it is saying be prepared for a growthful new cycle ahead.
I had to look to be sure.
Yeah.
It's a circle. The world is a circle. And if you look really closely, it looks like it's the Ouroboros, the snake who bites its tail. And see the little nod there? And that tells me that, of course, this is a continuation. This is continuous. This is like around and around. It's like a spiral that goes in and never stops. It just keeps finding a new space to spiral down into. This is saying that there's a sense of completion, but there's also a sense of continuity. That the idea is that the work you have perfected, the work you feel is done, is of course done, but now there are new things coming to you. New messages are awaiting you. New goals are coming to you. New inspiration.
Right. This is a great card, like I said, to end a year and start a new year. It's just, it's like this transition point has been achieved or is about to be. So I don't know if you know what this is about, but Spirit says you are probably getting ready now to finish something up and move on to something even better. And that's what we have for you, Deep Shaika. Good luck with that. Yes, I have one of his crazy toys here, or their crazy toys. He thinks he owns everything. Give me that back.
Who are we on?
All right, we are on Mohaha.
You're
are
welcome,
up,
Deep Shaika.
Mohaha. And then Violet Ann, Laura, Haiti, Angel Rivera, and Vanita.
And you're welcome, Deep Shaika. Mohaha, we are on your positive message now. You are on the list. Right? Kara's on the list.
Oh,
right?
yeah. Didn't I mention Kara?
Uh-oh. Oh, you
We
crossed her
passed
off.
Kara without doing Kara.
Gee, Kara, I guess we're kicking you to the curb or something. We
I don't
crossed
know
off your
how.
name.
That's a first, or I haven't done that in ages. Sorry, Kara. We will throw you in right before Violet Ann with my apologies. So you'll be right after Mohaha.
How could we do this?
I don't know how that happened. That is so weird.
Maybe it was all those sunny comments. We just like,
I think what happened was I crossed off Mama T's name early,
Oh,
and then when
okay.
I went back, I crossed off Kara's. That's my story.
oops. Did I already shuffle?
I don't think you did.
I don't think I did either.
Shuffle away, mister. Oh, I will play with the
Thanks,
the
Kara.
Sun Man here.
Oops. Ah!
It was like when she said, "Am I on the list?" I'm like, "Yeah, she was on the list. I remember saying her name."
I know we've been going back and forth here for the last half hour or whatever. Oh, did you want a reading? I think we can work that out. Yeah.
Silly Sun Man. Hopefully that will keep you busy. Well, we do have a queen here. For Mohaha, we have the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords, Spirit is saying here, sometimes you have to get a little serious. You have to get a little focused. You know, I think that the Queen of Swords is a very, very focused individual. She's very intelligent. She's very clear-headed, and this is a time to make. You know, you might be, Spirit is saying, if you are faced with something right now that needs your judgment, you have to have an objective perspective. Now is the time. Now is the time for you to really use those skills and be very objective in your approach to some situation or maybe dilemma that you've been facing or a decision that you've had to make.
I love this card.
I do too.
I love all the Light Seer cards because they give me
A
a little different spin sometimes on the Rider-Waite stuff. So I'm looking at the Queen of Swords here, And I'm feeling everything that Banshee said, the intelligence and all that. And I'm also feeling, too, that this is saying you're fair. You're a person of fairness and integrity. Spirit says the decisions you may be making soon will be important to be made that way. But I'm also looking at something else that I'm noticing for the first time, even though I've seen this card. And in my mind, I think that the Queen of Swords is sitting on a flying carpet.
Let me see that. That's interesting. It looks kind of like a chair, like an ottoman to me.
Well, she's flying on it. She's in the air.
But what's that at the bottom?
I don't know.
I can't figure that out. Show that, just put it up as close as you can. See that thing right at the bottom here? We're trying to figure out.
At first I thought it was an hourglass, but I don't think it's that.
Yeah. But I like what you, but it looks very comfortable. But let's look at her too. She's got her hand up like the thinker, you know, in a way. So she's really giving things a lot of careful thought. So Spirit is saying right now, Deep Shaika, is a time.
No, this is Mohaha.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mohaha. Mohaha. I'm sorry. So Spirit is saying right now, Mohaha, that this is a time to really, really think things thoroughly through.
It's about that, and I think Spirit is just saying they know you are the fair thinker, and they know that maybe this is a metaphor for your vision sees a lot further than most. That's why the bird is up there.
Yes,
even if
I like
she's
that.
not looking directly at it, she has an awareness of it. You just know by looking at the picture. She knows exactly where she is. She's sort of in the clouds if you think about it. And she is far seeing. That's a good way to look at that too.
And the other way to think about that too is that she is, you know, she is going inward because she's not lost in thought, she's deep in thought. So keep that in mind. This is a time, Spirit is saying, to really be deep in thought and go within. This is perfect also, again, for this time of year, but for other reasons, because often at this time of year, we do go within. We do more meditation. We do more inner work. So good luck with that. Good luck with that, Mohaha. And I hope that resonates with you in some way. Okay, Kara, let me correct my error right now. You shuffle first, I believe. So I can... Is that right? Yes, so I can go. And every time I bring the toys out to play, he disappears. So he's gone again.
I wish Gina was here today.
Watching us eat. And as soon as I take the toy away, he runs back. Urgh. Well, you're definitely enjoying Gina's brownies. She is here in spirit.
Well, I was looking at a letter she sent me, and it's very comforting, you know. Alrighty. So, sorry we missed you, Kara. You shuffle, right?
Yeah, now he's taken away all of my shuffle space. So I have to create my own.
And when he jumped up here, some of the crumbs on the dish sort of spread around. Thanks for that, Sunman.
Will you stay in one place for once, will you?
We just did yours, Mohaha. We just finished it, so you may need to rewind back. We pulled a Queen of Swords for you, and we felt that that meant Spirit is saying you are fair and honest and integrity, and that you may be coming towards important decisions. Back up the tape about 5 to 10 minutes, and you should find that. I hope you can do that.
All right. All right. You troublemaker. You.
Kara, did you have this last time?
Oh my goodness.
Somebody did. I remember somebody had the High
that
Priestess.
came out in one of our last readings too, the High Priestess.
So you have the High Priestess. And I love this card because, of course, it always looks like her eyes are closed or open. You can decide. She is holding wisdom for all or
Plus
wisdom for those.
she has a third eye open.
She has a third eye, yes. You're welcome. I hope it works for you. So I feel like this is saying, Spirit says, this is the time now to look into yourself and find, you know, wisdom and intuition and serenity and peace that maybe you need for the time upcoming. I don't think Spirit sees challenges or major problems coming to your door, but I think Spirit is saying this is a time to be reflective about what is inside and what your true wisdom could be.
Yeah, that's so beautiful, that
It is.
card, really. So it's like she's drawing down energy. I mean, I know we know, in the pagan witches community, we talk about drawing down the moon. And it just feels that way to me, that she is exchanging energy here and in a very, very deep state of consciousness. And there's just real deep inner knowing, Spirit is saying right now, and you should use it. You should use this time for some deep divination, for some, maybe even looking at your year ahead and seeing what lies ahead for you. Also meditating more. This is a period of going within, I feel. Pierce that veil, because the veil is very, very thin right now. And Spirit is saying, we're waiting. We're here waiting for you to communicate with us.
And I do think that Spirit is saying that they want you to have this wisdom. If you don't already have it, they want you to be reflective of that. So it could just be, too, that this is a sign saying that maybe if you've been thinking about a certain esoteric training or skills or readings, maybe now is a good time for you to consider that.
And that's what we have for you, Carol. Good luck with that. Hey, Violet Ann, you are up, and then Laura, Haiti, Angel Rivera, and Vanita.
So you shuffle first, right?
I cut
Maybe
them
not.
for you, didn't I?
Yeah, I guess you did.
So you shuffle first.
All right.
There you go. You stay here.
Yeah, so next Friday, Christmas Eve, we're calling it Charles Dickens Christmas Tarot. It's a little pithy, right?
Mr. O came up with this all on his lonesome. That's a very cool idea.
And I'm using the Ghost Tarot, the Lo Scarabeo Ghost Tarot, which I love it. I don't want to overuse it, so I'm like, I can only use it for ghostly things.
Okay. You've used it on the show.
I have. Someday I'm going to think of a reading that will have a ghost tarot deck, a vampire tarot deck, maybe a zombie tarot deck, and a witch tarot deck. And I'll just figure out a way to use all those cards together. Thank you. Thank you, Violet. Okay, Violet Ann, here's your card.
Well, another card we've been seeing a lot of lately in our cards of the day.
Oh, yes, indeed. This has come up a couple times.
It's the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles is upright, and I think it's come up in our happy hour before too. And so right now, Violet Ann, it's saying this is a time to value what you have, and also find ways to maybe not so much maybe increase it, but I think hold on to it.
Right. It is about holding on to it. I think it's also a hint here, and I've said this before, that there's this thing in the background.
Really? Oh, we came up. Well, I don't know who had it last week, but yeah,
Somebody
did come
did
up
have
last week. Okay.
It might have even come up in a one before that too.
Yeah.
Thanks, Violet. So to me, I also feel like there's a resonance between that structure, that small town or village behind her, and I'm wondering too if this is just saying this is the kind of person that they have value and that they are valuing things, but they also think about others. What can they do to bring something better? And I know
Good
that's
point.
not the traditional Four of Pentacles, but I always see little bits more here in the light seers. And I'm thinking, this is the person who says, I value this, but what can I do to help others? And so Spirit is saying is that use your powers for good. Maybe there's somebody who needs you at this time, or maybe needs something that you have that you can, share with them.
Well, it's funny you say that, because I was going to take a different approach with my spirit message. As I was looking at what you were saying, the village there, before you even mentioned the village, but you were holding it up, I'm thinking, I forgot the village connection. And when I look at her hand on the purse and that village there in the background, I'm wondering if she's weighing, how much can I give right now? How much can I truly give and not hurt myself in the process? So Spirit might also be saying to you, Violet Ann, that maybe this is a time for you to assess, I give a lot to people. I do a lot for people. I have to draw the line sometimes, and it's okay to do that. Be generous, but don't be, what's the word I'm trying to think of? Be generous, but don't be, don't put yourself, I guess for want of a better word, don't put yourself in a hole, by doing
Or at
so.
risk.
Yeah. I can't think of what I wanted to exactly say, but
I like that.
that's pretty much it. I think that there's definitely, some hesitation here, because it's time for you to really look at how much you do already do for others, maybe, and decide, can I afford to do more or can't I? Spirit says,
Right.
Take that to heart and think about it, because it is okay sometimes for you to say no.
So in reconciling my feelings about that too, then I sort of feel more like Banshee here, that the idea is that this is twofold, that this is really about what you need to do for yourself, and really have the perspective or the proportion for what you can do for others. Not that you have to, but what you can do. Don't get in over your head. That kind of thing.
That's what we have for you, Violet Ann. Good luck with that. Hey,
Good luck.
Laura, you are up.
All right. Hey, Laura.
You shuffling first.
Didn't I last time?
Don't remember.
You're welcome, Violet Ann. Yeah, I know, it's Christmas time, and so we're saying, well, give, but don't give too much.
Well, you know what, though, too, Violet Ann? It's,
Hi, Laura.
it's, okay to give to yourself. Too.
Something about aliens that are insectivoidish. Kind of queasy.
I can't wait. I haven't even looked at the deck yet. I had just opened it before the show. Just enough to see the first card. All right.
So we are finishing up the happy hour, but I do want to say thank you to everybody who came.
Shuffle.
Yes.
Yeah, big show today. Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
We'll go slightly into overtime. So we're reading for Laura right now, and then Haiti, Angel Rivera, and Benita.
All right.
Well, who doesn't want a final round for happy hour?
There you go.
Right. Right.
No. Did somebody get the Queen of Cups finally?
This is not a very worn out deck. So
why are we
for the
pulling the
same
same
cards
cards all
to
the
keep
time?
coming out, it's kind of odd.
Okay. Well, at least it didn't come out with the next one, but yeah, we had this one for our first reading. It's a Two of Swords. So the Two of Swords, it's kind of like what I've been saying. I think this card is saying Spirit wants you to be ready to receive some messages, because I think the crows there are thoughts or feelings that maybe are just around at the edge of your consciousness. You're sort of aware, that's why you're pulling at them, but you still can't quite see them. There may be a reason why you can't see them, because maybe they're supposed to be more a part of you. They're supposed to be more organic to you rather than just a visual construct to you.
Well, you know, those birds, those darn birds, don't they look like they're just cackling away here? And, you know, sometimes we have things we have to think about or do, and there may be outside influences always trying to get their point of view across, always trying to get you to go one way or the other way. And so Spirit is saying, you know, use your own best judgment here on what's best for you at this point. Don't let outside influences, you know, take away from, you know, from or influence you in that way. You need to come up with a decision on your own. I mean, listen to what people have to say, but ultimately you're the one, Spirit says, you're the one that has to make the decision. So use this time wisely. Use this time wisely to just think about direction and goals in your life and what's next for you.
Here's another thought, Laura, because I do get more images from this particular deck. And we know that the Two Swords stands for a certain level of balance or regulation. But I'm looking at this tattoo or marking on the woman's arm there. And I'm thinking it reminds me of a teeter-totter. And when you think about a teeter-totter, if you were a kid and you played on a teeter-totter, it was a back and forth. And so it's saying like maybe there's a process and some things go back, some things go forth. And you wait for that moment for when you either are equal, where you can both get off the teeter-totter at the same time, or the moment for the action that you are expecting to take. So I think this is saying really there is a moment of action that maybe Spirit says you should be expected to take. Just be ready for it. You should realize what it is when you see it coming. You may have to make a decision.
So, Sealeg, good to see you. This is our happy hour. It's later today than normal because Mr. O had to work. So sometimes it's on at this time of day, but we can pull a message from Spirit for you, a single card message. So we're doing okay. We're doing just fine.
Thanks for asking.
So thank you for asking. And that's what we have for you, Laura. So good luck with that.
And you're welcome, Laura. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays.
So we've got Haiti is next, and then Angel Rivera, Vanita, and Seeley. And we'll close out the show.
All right.
All right. Did I shuffle first last time? Because I thought I did.
Mm-hmm.
Good. At least I remembered that this time. Sonny, you make a nice pillow.
Yeah, you're on a real different time level from us too, aren't you, Seeley?
Yeah. So for people who dropped in late, don't forget we are having a Christmas Eve show. It'll be a past, present, and future reading. And then we are having a Christmas Eve show. And then we are having a New Year's Eve past life special. So do check that out as well. These are two themed shows, just like Happy Hour is. So be ready for those. Sunny Sun. Stay there, Sunny. All right. Let's see what we get this time, Mr. O.
Thank you, Violet.
I'm going to cut them. I usually grab them from the sides. I'm going to grab them from the back now. See if they come up differently. Yes! But it's interesting because we've had the Queen of Swords and now we have
The King of Swords.
the King of Swords for Haiti. So that's an interesting card too there. I want to take a look at something on this card if you don't mind a moment. It looks like that looks like a bat flying and not a bird. Am I right about that?
So it's closer to 9 o'clock for you, I guess, right? I believe. Yeah, that's a bat.
Yeah. Interesting, there's a bat and a bird in this card. The bat has taken flight. And it's interesting because the bat has night vision. The crows, of course, are usually out during the daytime. And yes, we have an owl there too. So I think for some reason when I see this version of the King of Swords, this is about your vision. And this is about looking at things carefully around you right now. Spirit wants to make sure that you are seeing everything that needs to be seen in a particular situation or area of your life right now. This is a time to make sure that your eyes are wide open, and this is not a negative like anything bad is going on. It's just saying remain alert so that you can make, the appropriate decisions that you need to make and analyze the situation. Because sometimes, we need to see what's out in the light of day and what's hidden in the dark.
I like this idea because I think that the King of Swords, besides being the epitome of fairness and good judgmental qualities, maybe he's a lawyer type of personality, that kind of thing, there is this correspondence to the natural world, which you don't always see some indication in a Rider-Waite tarot or other tarots. And I think this is saying, there's law and then there's natural law. And natural law is a concept that maybe is nebulous for some people, but it's the idea that some things are just a sense of common sense, that they're not arbitrated by stuffy old men in Congress or whatever. Not that that's a totally bad thing, but the idea that sometimes being in touch with the real world, the real sense of nature, whatever, gives you a better sense of how to make certain decisions or how to be fair to others, things like that.
Yeah.
I know, that was pretty philosophical.
You are on your philosophical best today, Mr. O. That's what we have for you. Haiti, I hope that makes some sense. But it looks as though there may be some important moves or things you need to consider. However, like I said, make sure that, there are things that lurk beneath the surface. There are things that are very clear. And so make sure that, you just don't look at surface things. Spirit says, look deep at the issues. And that's what the King of Swords is good at, discerning things. All right. And we are moving on to Angel Rivera, Vanita, and Sile.
And for those who came in later, we're munching on little brownies made by our friend Gina.
And Twitter and YouTube friend Gina. Man, I'm not going to have to bake this year, Mr. O. I think we have enough baked goods.
Someone likes your earrings.
Oh, did you actually see they are ho, ho, ho? They say ho, ho, ho. Was I shuffling first?
We're so happy we can't remember who's supposed to shuffle.
We're so in the moment that we forgot the last moment.
Oh, that's nice. Thank you.
Aw, hey Jackie, good to see you here. Hope
Hi,
you're
Jackie.
shaping up to having a good holiday.
And thanks for the compliments, Celie, for Banshee's.
Ho, ho, ho earrings. Whoa, 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 Angel Rivera, look what you have. And that has come up before recently, too.
Did you get this?
Last time?
Did you get this? Somebody had the
Somebody
chariot.
had this last time, too. The Chariot. The Chariot is upright. Things are on the move. Things are moving. And, I almost wonder if it was you. But anyway, things are moving forward.
It's about initiative, too. It's about just taking the reins and doing it.
Like what you said, taking the reins and doing it. And also, there was something about the horses. I know that they're black and white here in this.
Well, it sort of represents maybe uniting varying factions or different ideas to move towards one goal.
Right, and I feel that Spirit is giving you, Angel Rivera, the go-ahead to move like Sunny did today, faster than a speeding bullet. Because if you notice, there's all of these waves of energy here just propelling things forward. So this is a time to really move on something. If you had been hesitating in the past, Spirit says there is no time like the present to set things in motion.
It's a very good sign.
Yeah. Wow. So
All
good
right.
luck with that. Awesome. Right.
Raring
right.
to go. Yeah. I love it.
Raring to go. All right, Vanita, I hope you're still with us. We'll draw a card for you. And I'm grabbing the cards again because I think I go first.
You're welcome.
Do you still have a brownie left?
I do. Do you?
I have a whole one left.
I took the camera off of me so I could eat it.
You clever boy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I figured I'd wait till after the show to be a glutton about that one. I'm really trying to shuffle these good, but it's one thing to get...
You're in the evening over there, Jackie, right?
All right, shuffle, mister. Oh.
Hectic time, eh?
Oh, you aren't kidding. I have been like really crazy. And then I had doctor's appointments and stuff. So good grief. It's been very busy for me recently. And then we got to get new phones because our phone provider is insisting we have to get new phones and upgrade for the 5G. And that our old phones will not work.
We can still pull a card for you, Jackie, if you want.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, Vanita, you have the Emperor. The Emperor is upright. And I feel that the Emperor is saying now is the time to take control of a particular situation that maybe you have been concerned with. Spirit is saying you rule, you control your destiny. You're not at the mercy of others. So it's up to you. See how the Emperor here is holding that pawn? It's up to you to...
Well, it's a chess piece. It's not a pawn.
Okay, it's a chest piece.
What's the king?
Oh, he's holding a king. Whoops.
We talked
Whoops.
about this before.
We
'cause
did
this card
talk
has come
about
up.
this
Yes.
before. And it shows my lack of knowledge of chess. Chess is one game I never got into as a kid. I don't know why.
So I think this is about saying this is the person who knows how to deliberately plan things, to be strategic, and basically still retain a sense of relaxation but alertness. He looks like he's very comfortable, but he's paying attention.
And remember, you are governed by you may rule your life, but you are also, governed by a higher authority here in a way. I like the way the light is coming down here and emanating. And it means basically that you should you should always operate with the highest of ideals in mind for yourself and for others. What is the best situation for you? What is the best situation for others around you? And you have to make the decisions. You have to move forward on something. So if you were expecting something else, like for example, somebody to come around to you, maybe you have to make that first move. If you're wondering about, a job or a particular situation, maybe you're the one that's going to have to take control of that situation.
Hey, everybody, pay attention to this. And you too, Banshee. This is going to trip you out maybe. But look, he's holding his ankle like the figure in the Hanged Man. And I think that's deliberate. Because it's the same sense that even an emperor has to know when it's time to cut and run, when it's time to let things go, to make sacrifices for the better. So I love that. And that maybe goes into this too, saying that a good emperor knows how to plan, how to be in charge, but also how to cut and run for the better, for the greater good. All right, Vanita, so that's what we had for you.
Yep, that's what we have for you. And Sile is next.
All right,
Sile,
Sile.
you are up. Sunny's getting back
And
on
then
camera
Jackie.
here. And then who? Oh, Jackie. Yeah,
Am
sure.
I first or you?
You can go first. Pretty sure it's you.
All right.
Shuffle good, Mr. O. I don't know what it is about cats and pens. They love them. Or they like to fight with them, too, sometimes.
Shuffle.
Oh my gosh. You know, as much as I'm not eating the brownies, this brownie that's on this table here I'm shuffling at smells so good.
He's really getting into chewing on the pen. I'm wondering if there's something on it.
No, there shouldn't be.
It's the rubber of the eraser,
Yeah, it's the
maybe?
rubber.
Okay, no more for you.
Well, you know, we got that one Amazon box today that I put out for them to play in, and I tried to get all the tape off that they like to chew on,
Oh, right.
and he still managed to find something to chew on. And I'm like, I had to admonish him, stop that. Stop that, Sonny.
Okay, Sile, you have the Knight of Wands.
Ooh, now there's a different card for today. All right, Sile, the Knight of the Knight of Wands. Wow. Well, I could say somebody could be moving towards you. It could be a relationship. Sometimes the wand card can herald that. It can also herald a new job or opportunity or a project or goal coming your way. It's very, very positive. It's moving forward in some area of your life.
You know, perspective is always important, and sometimes I think like, well, maybe the knight is going towards the friend, the new person, the situation. But clearly it could be both, because the idea here is that there's a horse, and the horse moves too. The horse moves more readily than people might. The horse conveys people. So I think it's a little bit of both. Something's coming towards you, but you're willfully moving towards that. It probably is new friendships, new enterprises, new networking, new businesses, things that ultimately should open up other doors for you.
Well, also, I love the image, hold it up there, I love the image of the drum and the fire coming from the drum, the energy there. You know, this is a very creative time for you, Sile, to really put your creativity to work as well. And that's something, you know, there's a lot of creative potential here, I feel.
Yes, Jenna, in the stars, it is indeed a late happy hour. I worked this morning, so we moved happy hour to 3 o'clock, and we're in overtime. So that's what we had for you, Sile.
Yeah, something's coming, and, you know, I wouldn't, you know, I could say it's a relationship, I could say it's a work goal or project, or you are, if it's not coming to you, like he said, you are moving towards it. And this could be a very, very creative, productive time for you.
You're on the list, and you'll be right after this next reading, Jenna.
Jackie, we're doing a card for you since you stuck with us. Thank you.
I'm eating brownies, Jenna. Brownies that Gina made for us.
Oh my goodness.
I know you've had some of her wonderful goodies. Sonny looks like he's so jealous. Aww.
He won't eat brownies.
I know he won't.
Let me shuffle one more time.
So stick around, Jenna. We'll be right with you in about 4 or 5 minutes.
Oh no! Maybe a little longer. I just dropped all the cards. Uh-oh.
Can you get him?
There's the death card down there I can't reach. That's
Yeah.
interesting. You see
Several
it?
here.
Oh, are there? Oh.
Don't mind us.
Playing 52 pickup here. Hang on, hang with us. Wait a minute, don't knock my water over, Mr.
I don't want to, but you know.
I could have gotten those.
No, I don't think so.
I could have. I was.
Not as quickly as me.
You are wrong.
not true.
We can argue that after a happy hour. All right. I think that's all of them. Yep, just a Sunny toy down there. Cat toy. Whew. Do you want to shuffle them one or two more times? Just
It might be helpful.
yeah. Oh no. I have lost it completely here.
78 card. That's what I was going to say.
Okay.
Well, we're not too bad other than picking up cards on the ground.
Okay, last shuffle for me. I'm sorry about that, guys. It's a rare thing that I drop my cards like that. My goodness. Okay, your turn. It's basically because I have to use this lower table here.
Because of Sunman.
Yes, because of you know who. All right. Well, maybe they're all really mixed up now.
Famous last words.
I know. Did I just jinx us again? We'll see.
Violet or Kara will call us out. You had that last week.
Oh no, this is new.
Oh, it is.
Jackie, you got the Six of Wands. What an awesome card. The universe is celebrating with you a great victory of some sort, a win, a move forward, recognition for something, some accomplishment, some achievement. If this hasn't happened, Spirit says it will be coming.
It's like you're standing on a stage, like those are lights from the theater shining on you.
Could be.
But in a way, the stage is really metaphorical because you don't really see seats there. You're on the stage of life. That's
Yes,
what you are.
the grand stage.
And the lights that are shining down from you are from the heavens. The wreath almost reminds me of Christmas time, of course.
Yeah, yeah.
And the torch there, I guess that's a torch. It sort of makes me feel like the Olympic torch, like victory, champions. So I think this is all good. I think this is saying this is a moment for you to be exultant with your success.
And I'm just trying to see here, in the background, it's really interesting. Instead of seeing people very faintly in the background there are all these raised hands like applause. It's really
You're right.
cool.
That's what it is.
Yeah, it's very, very cool. That's why I feel Spirit is acknowledging your success and your achievements. They feel you are a winner.
So we hope that's true, but you know it probably is.
That's what we have for you, Jackie. See, it paid to get her card today.
And that means that we're on Jenna.
We're on Jenna, and we will close out the show on that note. Unless we want to pull a card for ourselves.
Maybe.
Okay.
But it's 420.
What does that mean?
Whatever we want it to be.
Silly man. Just that we're 20 minutes OT.
Yes, it's true.
Did you shuffle?
No, I didn't.
I love it. We are the distracted tarot duo today.
TLC,
Okay.
Tarot's.
He's drinking water
Oh.
out of the bowl,
Okay.
which I rarely see him do. I had bought them a new water fountain, which they like to drink out of a water fountain, but you can't adjust the flow, and the water comes out pretty hard, and it looks like none of the cats like it a lot. So, fail.
We
Fail on
can we
that.
can keep that in mind, Jenna. We're not sure that it will come out that way because this is the happy hour thing, but we'll keep that in mind. See what shows up there, and then I just wanted to say that at the beginning of our show it says TLC, Tarot's Lovely Couple, But I think we're going to change it to Tarot's Loony Couple.
Well, I don't know if this will really give you a soulmate reading. Probably better to ask one of our regular shows.
Yeah, that could be better for a regular show, but let's see what we got
But
here.
I don't know. Maybe you are heading towards a romance, because sometimes this card can indicate that.
The Moon.
The moon.
Lovely and loony.
Yeah, speaking of loony, oh my gosh.
Loony,
Is that why we
lunatic,
pulled the
Luna.
card? Good grief.
Could be.
So she seems to be underwater here with the moon shining above. But what does that mean, Jenna? That means to go deep now. This is a time to go deep within and explore, inner realms as opposed to the outer realms. So if you are looking for a soulmate, maybe this is a time to really envision that for yourself.
And as far as the male-female thing, well, I'm noting that there's two different wolves here, or dogs.
That's
one is
true.
black and one is white. So I think that sort of answers your question in a way that it won't really matter who it is, because it will be the right one for you. Because both of them will see you as the moon in their sky, whether it's male or female.
That's very sweet. This is such an interesting card, too. But remember, the moon controls tides and, the flow of water to that extent. And so her immersing herself in the water with the moon above, I really do like this this imagery for the moon tarot card. It's very, very interesting to me. And it just smacks of diving deep, immersing yourself into, your inner realms to bring out the knowledge and information that you seek to guide you.
A lot of times the moon in tarot doesn't speak exactly to romance. It does in the Lenormand.
More about mystery.
More about mystery. So maybe the mystery is, who will it be?
Who will it be? And maybe the idea is you have to dive deep to reveal that mystery.
So that's what we have for you, Jenna.
That's what we have for you, Jenna. Good
Thanks
luck with
for coming.
that. Thanks for stopping in. Mr. O, do you want to draw a card for me?
Well, yes, I will.
You dropped 20? No, 2.
And it's reversed now. Actually, I want to see what the Lotus wrote.
Magic 8 Ball. I had a collection of Magic 8 Balls, but a lot of them, you can't read them anymore. They go bad. They're not like the one my aunt had from the 1940s before it was called a Magic 8 Ball. It was something else. That one lasted for years. Years you could read it. I had it, my gosh, I had it working through the 1980s. I think it finally died in the 1990s.
Okay, Violet, one other thing here. I don't know if you knew, but somewhere in our playlist or somewhere in our YouTube channel is a little video we did about the Magic 8 Ball collection she has. So you might want to look for it, or we'll dig it up and post it again on Twitter.
There's a
maybe.
bazillion different ones out there. The Devil Ball, that was one of my favorites. The Psych Ball, the Psychiatric Ball.
I have drawn for you the
Excuse
Seven
Ball.
of Pentacles. And I
Ooh,
think
a
this is
7.
saying, stop being so lazy and get to work.
This is happy hour.
Spirit says, you're happiest when you're working hard, Banshee.
I always thought the Seven of Pentacles upright was about stepping back from your work and assessing and doing some thinking, putting some thought into your
I feel
work.
Spirit is saying that now is a good time to be reflective, but to not forget that you have to bring it all the way home.
He's right. He's 100% right. So I like the fact, too, that it is growing. Look at those roots. Just look at all of those roots on the bottom there. And then what is that around it? That's just very cool. That's like
The 7 chakras.
Well, I don't know if they're all different colored, but yeah, I think it's very interesting. And I like this card as far as the 7 goes. So that
No,
would be,
of course it wasn't rude, Jenna.
you know,
Don't be
Jenna,
silly.
No. But we can only do what we can do, with happy hours. So we try to accommodate when somebody throws questions like that, but some of the questions are so specific, like about what a person feels about them and stuff like that.
I think Violet's got it right too.
Is growing from the seeds you've planted. Woohoo! I'll take it, Violet Lotus. Thank you. I like it.
Christmas balls.
I always think of that card, though, as being more reflective. He's leaning on his hoe, and he's thinking about what more he could do to help it grow. And then when it's reversed, I feel it's time. Then I think Mr. O is right. It's time to get back to work. It's time to just get back to it.
Yeah, stop leaning on your manhole.
Well, you're stuck now. Where are you going to go? You'll find a way. Sonny will find a way if he wants to.
What you get for me? Ten of Pentacles.
I feel this is very, very appropriate right now. This is a time to pull together with your family. Your sister, your brother, and your mom. And
Nieces,
come
nephews.
come together as the tribe that you are to make the important decisions that you need to make. I feel this is very appropriate. Spirit is telling you that right now is a time to come together. Don't you think?
Yes.
When you see that?
It is.
So, more on that later. But I could not have drawn a more appropriate card here, I think, considering some things that are going on right now in Mr. O's family. So, wow, that just was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a different card for sure for the day. So,
You're welcome, Jenna. And thanks, Violet, I think.
You know what else about this card, Mr. O? I'm sorry to do this to you. I am. But do you see the top there? Do you see all of that on the top there? What do you think about that?
It's pizza. Oh, I said that already once before, didn't I?
I feel as though it's talking about ancestors. And
Well,
they've
it's the
been
tree
coming
of life
around.
figure there, too,
And they've been coming around, too.
Yeah.
So, very interesting. Good card for you.
Thank you.
All right. So, wow, everybody, thank you for making this happy hour as crazy as it was. Thank you for helping us out with some of the readings. That was wonderful. The things that you said there, especially Violet Lotus.
We love your input, all of you.
Thanks, everybody, for just making our day happy. And Sonny thanks you, too, for all the extra attention he gets from us while we try to do the show. So, and he can feel the love, believe me.
You're welcome.
Take care, everybody, and hope to see you soon. Hope to see you at our live stream tomorrow, and check out our other programming on our YouTube channel. Take care. Have a happy rest of your day.
Bye.
Bye-bye.